Hello gamers and welcome to episode 105 of Let's Play Elex. Let's read about the poor souls on our way to Thorald the Pilgrim. Only when the following points are completed to satisfaction will the exiles be granted early release. Maintain the health of the world heart. This requires cleaning and scraping the sap grooves, washing any lesions with the mana provided, drying and polishing the leaves. Stabilize the world heart. Second, stabilize the world heart. This requires the installation of support beams using timber from the forest, supporting the heart, clearing the area around the central roots. Number 3, no criminal activity of any sort. The rules of Goliath apply here in the valley. Murder, theft, wasting supplies, consuming mana are all forbidden on pain of an extension of the exile or death. Exile's progress will be reviewed every 6 months. A decision about early release will be made at this time. Actually, not too bad. Supply list. 1 crate of meat, fruit, vegetables, salted meat, blah blah, hose, brooms, spades, axe, special delivery, 1 crate of mana to heal the world heart, 5 large sponges, stockkeeper, scald. So that was possibly in the other building where they kept the stock. And then there's some diaries of sorts. There's map piece number 1. Okay. Artak's journal. The first day after my exile, even if we were exiled entirely unjustly, it was still a blessing in disguise. We were offered rehabilitation under good guidance, if you can call it that. We are caring for the world heart here and hope to prove that we are worthy of returning to Goliath. I decided to keep this journal so that I have proof of our commitment. I'm counting the days until I can leave this valley. We will make a success of this. 2nd day after my exile. The work is exhausting. As soon as you scratch out a groove on the heart, it clots. We have a lot to learn about caring for it. 3rd day after my exile. Skald is making trouble. He claims he's the only one working here. I don't know why he feels such a victim. 4th day after my exile. This morning, Skald announced to everyone that he's giving up on work. He downed tools and walked off. 4 days, that's all it's taken him to give up. And our sentence is for years. 5th day after my exile. I heard whispering tonight. I was too tired to look for where it was coming from. 5th day after my exile. Shit. I should have looked around. Mana went missing during the night. Skald is beside himself with anger. He has been yelling for 20 minutes now. But he's right. If we can't find out who's responsible, then none of us are going home early. We might all die here because of this. 8th day after my exile. A few things have happened in the last few days. Skald accused me and accused someone and locked him away. He's watching him now. Yes, I admit he didn't have an alibi, but I just can't picture him stealing the mana. Or maybe that's a prison where I found the others. 10th day after my exile. I hear the whispering every night now. I even went looking in case it would reveal a real mana thief, but I couldn't find anybody. The voices seem to be coming from the world heart itself. What is going on here? Am I going crazy? 11th night after my exile. Something is wrong here. Whispers at night. More and more things are going missing. And now I hear sounds out of there. I don't dare go out. It is starting to dawn on me. I don't think we are alone, and I don't think we are going to survive another month here. I'm afraid to sleep. Yeah, maybe they hear the same whispering as I do. Artak says we should all keep a journal, so I'm pretending to write one. Blah, 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 blah. Grindel does this, Grindel does that. Grindel goes to work. Shut up, Skald. Nobody likes you. Go die. It has been 10 days now since we arrived here. There's something creeping around out there. I can hear it. I think Artak was right. We weren't alone. I'm really scared. I'm still too young to die. And now, there you lie. Grimmel. But I won't leave your corpses to the rats. There we go. Oops. Misclicked. Interestingly enough, there goes a stair. Stairs go up. Just want to check that out. Can always go down quickly. And there we go. Interesting. Have I been here? Possibly not. But I actually need to go up here anyway. So world heart should be up here. I think they always took the stairs up. Maybe there's also more in the poisonous stuff, but I don't know. There's a teleporter, that's for sure. Die.
What was that supposed to be?
All right. Well, that doesn't look like an intact world heart. Yeah, I know there's a guy sitting. But I also know there might be more loot here. They are the seedlings. What's in here? A hammer. And another hammer. It's like a camp. That's possibly Thorald's camp. Can I get through here? Yeah, I can. Okay, I could cook. No. It's a nice kitchen. I think Thorald spends half the day lighting the candles. Let's hack the safe. 7, 8, 9, 5, 4. Okay, what about 9, 4, 1? What about 1, 2? Oh, shite. 1, 8, 4. Oh, it's another one of these numbers. I don't know which. Shite. This is the first. I'm not going to try. It's too wild a guess. Well, it's not going to. Well, it's not going to be the 4. It's not going to be the 1, so it actually has to be another 8.
I'm in.
Yeah, okay. Good thing I did it. Because it gives me some loot. It's kind of a loot box without paying. Pretty sure there will be a bed up here somewhere. Won't be able to open that. I wonder if there's like a guide with all level 3 chests. Okay, that was just a camping chair. Now let's check this out. I guess it would have been sensible to take Kaja on that mission, but I don't like her that much.
Let's find some action.
I like Nasty more, or I like her better. Okay. Let's talk with him.
Whatever you're looking for, you won't find it here. Please leave immediately.
I won't.
You don't know what I'm looking for.
Your search is none of my concern. Please leave.
I know about your plan to stop the hybrid.
My plan to stop the hybrid? What exactly do you think you know? And how did you get that information?
I can help you. I know my way around the Ice Palace. I can get you to the hybrid.
The only people who have been inside the Ice Palace are elves. So, what are you? A separatist? A spy? Or a liar?
I am an alb. Well, I was before.
I don't like that I'm lower ground.
It was my raider that was shot down in the mountains near Goliath. I was betrayed by my own people, and I want to know why.
So, you want my help to get revenge? That's not the best motive. I trust you. You get your revenge. And then what's to stop you taking Elex and turning back into an owl?
If you've gotten to the Ice Palace by that point, what do you care?
What's to say you aren't still serving the hybrid?
The fact you're still breathing.
Let's say you're speaking the truth. Tell me what the hybrid knows about my plans.
That you are researching the properties of Elex. That you're planning to transmute it into mana. That gives you power, and makes Elex both unusable by the hybrid, and poisonous to Albs.
You've been told nothing that couldn't have been guessed at.
When my raider crashed, I was on a mission to find you to learn more. If the hybrid still wants that information, they'll send someone else to finish the mission, and to kill you.
I've dealt with several Albs that have tried.
And it's delayed you and your research each time. Whatever the hybrid is doing, he's close to succeeding. He has time on his side. You don't.
True.
And what do you want in return for helping me?
I want to kill Elex.
Whatever is happening in Zakor has to be why someone sabotaged my mission and had me set for execution. We both need to get into the Ice Palace.
Then you're out of luck. There's no way to get in unnoticed. You won't even make it up the ramp to the gates.
Not alone, but you have a plan to get in. Take me with you.
You've talked. You said nothing. Now do as I asked and leave.
I trained with the Alexiters. I know how they think. I know my way around the Ice Palace. Do you really think you can reach the hybrid without me?
I'm supposed to trust you with the future of Magellan? Based on a few words? No. If you want me to believe you can get me into the Ice Palace, then first you show me that you can get inside an Alb converter.
Well, I've done that
If you want
already.
me to believe you will help me stop the hybrid, then you get inside each of those converters and you shut them down. When all 5 of those converters have stopped, then I will believe you.
The Albs aren't the only ones killing people. The free people kill Albs and they kill each other.
True, but we've made peace before. And we might find it again by coming together to fight the Albs. The fate of all the free people is linked. If Ulbricht launches his offensive against the Albs and the clerics fail, then the Albs will conquer.
Well, we've
Ignidan
already
and
launched the
take control
offensive
of
and we
all the
didn't
Elex
fail.
there. That will damn us as sure as the Albs defeating us here.
You expect me to deactivate all 5 converters?
Those machines have fed the Albs for too long.
Oh, a flashback? Oh, I think, yeah, that's...
The less Elex the Albs have, the weaker they become, and the safer it is for the rest of our world. Will you help us?
Well,
You should hold
Just
only
had
the
to
Alexiters and the
charge
hybrid
my headset.
responsible for the converters.
So, all the other Albs are their victims too? They're
otherwise
controlled by
I'd be
the
stuck without
Alexiters?
sound.
Well, we will see if that is true once the hybrid and the Alexiters are gone. Until then, they are the enemy.
What do you know about the Alexiters?
What we know, we've learned from prisoners. That means I know who you are, Commander Jax. We learned recently it was you who had crashed. I know too that your father Wardek didn't leave
I've told you
Zakor
that
under
already.
orders. He fled to Abessa.
Wardek.
The funny
Seems to
cleaning
report some
robot.
problems with production of Elex in Edan.
Yes, the converter there is inactive. It went offline hours ago.
A technical malfunction should have been repaired by now.
This is more than a malfunction. I think the Berserkers have attacked the converter.
They did
I
indeed.
suspect it has been overrun.
The hybrid would have seen that.
Then speak to the hybrid, Parsec. I'm telling you what I know.
You don't speak to the hybrid unless you are summoned.
Then get yourself summoned. We need to know what's going on and why he has withdrawn. We cannot implement the will of the hybrid if he doesn't tell us what it is, or if we lose any more converters.
Are you questioning?
Yeah, you've lost all of them
Whatever
now.
has happened to the converter must be his will. It is not our place to question his ways. It is our duty to serve his will. You and your sons.
We know our place, Parsec. We serve the hybrid.
Yes, Daddy.
It sounds like he too has enemies in the Ice Palace.
That makes no sense.
Wardek left without an escort. There are Alb forces searching for him. We've captured some of them. Wardek has joined the Separatists in Abessa. I see I know more about your own people than you do.
If you know so much, then you can tell me who shot my raider down.
Until you told me different, I had assumed it was mechanical trouble. If we could shoot Alb raiders down, we'd do it more often. What I can tell you is it wasn't us. You might have been flying over Idan, but no berserker caused your crash.
Yeah, from
It
the
wasn't
beginning
the
it's clear
Separatists.
that
Near
the
Gothic?
Alps shot it
That's
down.
unlikely. From what you've told me, I'd say it was from your
Exactly.
own people.
No Alb would dare. I was on a mission ordered directly by the hybrid.
Ha! Albs kill each other all the time. Fail a mission and you're executed. Run and you're shot in the back. Or in your case, Calyx came to have you executed. Yes, I had heard that too.
Calyx serves the hybrid. He was following the directive. Fail a mission and die.
And, had you failed? Certainly your raider crashed, but you were in Idan. Your mission had only just started. It sounds more like someone wanted it stopped.
No
Oh,
Alb
true.
can refuse an order from the hybrid.
Wardek has fled. Calyx was answering orders. If you ask me, you should be looking to the actions of Zardo.
If I am to help you reach the Ice Palace, I need help repairing an Alb raider.
An Alb raider would definitely be an asset. How badly damaged is it?
It won't fly right now, but if I had access to spares, I could get it to fly
Well, I've got
again.
2 spares already.
You won't find stockpiles of Alb spares around here. But there is an old industrial park not far to the north of here.
I'm getting so
I've
many
been there
questions,
once before.
quests now.
In the old world, they had some sort of research lab there. I believe much cleric and Alb technology is based on what was developed there. Perhaps you could find a suitable component in those ruins. But that is your choice. You know the task you have been set. If you want my help, you must shut down those
Yeah, I've done that
converters.
already.
What are you going to do?
That is none of your business. You have your task. I have mine.
I've heard that line
Succeed in
before.
yours, and perhaps I will tell you more of my plans. Until then,
Trust must be earned.
I hope you are what you say you are. Come to me when you have something to report.
Ulbricht's offensive against the Alps in Ignadon was a success.
Yep.
A success is too optimistic. It has delayed the Alps, not defeated them. Still, it is the first good news I've heard from Ignadon. Now, it falls to us to cause the Alps another setback. I must finish my work before it is too late. You've made progress. But the Alps must lose all their influence on the lands of the free people. And you must be ready to deliver on your promise to reach the hybrid. Then you will have earned my trust. Return to me when you have more to report.
The converters you wanted destroyed. There are no more active converters. I shut them all down.
Yep.
Then, on behalf of the free people, I thank you. The converters are the worst thing your people ever did to us. Well, I say your people, but perhaps you have earned my trust enough to separate you from the Albs and Zakor. Perhaps we can work together.
Yeah.
You've made progress. But the Albs must lose all their influence on the lands of the free people. And you must be ready to deliver on your promise to reach the hybrid. Then you will have earned my trust. Return to me when you have more to report.
Do you really believe you can transmute all of the Elex on Magellan at once?
Removing Elex from this world is our best hope, but it is far from simple to achieve.
Alright, I've got a couple of missions now. Old obligations. The radar. I need the reactor coil. Heavy suspicion. Where would I find proof? By talking to him? Family meeting. Okay, he's with the Separatists, so I actually think I can still talk to him. And then in the next episode I will go for this spare part. I think your clothing is not appropriate for the cold weather, my dear Nasty. But I make her feel so hot that it's okay. Are you my father? Oh, you are.
Father?
Jax, so it's true. You are alive. I hadn't dared to hope.
So, you left Zakor? Have you stopped taking Elex too?
I am trying, but it's difficult. You must have experienced the problems of Elex withdrawal yourself.
I was unconscious during the worst of it. My body was already drained of Elex when I awoke.
There is more to the changes than just the physical. It is how your mind copes with the rejection of all that you have known, all that you have been in life. Tell me, what do you make of the world you have discovered since leaving Zakor?
That the free people are capable of resisting the Albs. We are told we are superior, but the Albs have failed to crush them, or their spirit.
That will change soon. The first Alexitor, Tarek, is assembling his troops before the gates of the Ice Palace. He will make his move and he will succeed in conquering the lands of the free people. We have to stop him, or our people will perish.
What are you doing here with the Separatists?
I had no other choice. I tried to stop Tarek in Zakor, but he realized my plans. He would have killed me if I had stayed.
Okay.
I hope that I can still make a difference from here. I can help to bring a halt to Tarek's plans. His blind obedience of the hybrid endangers all our people.
What is it he's doing that threatens the Albs? Why is Tarek such a danger?
Tarek is a puppet. He has given his will to the hybrid. The hybrid and his new directive dominate our people. And soon, Tarek will dedicate all our people, the whole of the fighting strength of Zakor, to an invasion of the lands of the free people. Oh, this death for one purpose. Greater power to the hybrid. I say we need to find another way. One that
They
does
could
not
just
lead to
share
our
all the
ruin.
Elex.
You served the directive to obtain all Elex for the hybrid. What changed your mind?
What happened to our search for knowledge? What happened about our evolution? What about researching the nature of Elex? All those were key to the Alb people, and all have been dominated by the hybrid's demand for Elex. A lot has changed at the Ice Palace since the coming of the hybrid, and the pace of that change is only accelerating. The hybrid tells us nothing of this future he sees. He is obsessed with his own evolution, and that is only attainable through the consumption of ever greater quantities of Elex. No Alb, no free person will be allowed to stand in his way. I still believe in serving the Albs of Zakor, but to achieve that, I now know that the hybrid must be removed from the Ice Palace.
Then we should ask the hybrid what he will become. We should know what we are choosing between.
Do you think the hybrid will talk to us? To him, we have no more free will than the mutants he commands. You know the price that an Alb pays to reach the highest ranks in Zakor.
Maybe I also need to learn how to kill mutants better and not just robots.
You summoned me, Master?
Elex, you have proven yourself loyal to the directive. You are efficient. You obey your orders. Those are the marks of a true alb.
He looks
I
tough.
have watched you and your brother, and the honor you have brought to your father. You will all have a part to play in the events that are to come. Are you ready to play that part, Elex? Will you join those chosen to evolve?
The hybrid's will is above all. I will serve the hybrid.
And so it shall be. Open your mind to me, Elex.
Oh,
Know my thoughts and serve the directive.
You and your brother were the strongest warriors at the Ice Palace's command. Strong, intelligent, iron-willed. No one could equal you. And now look at you. Today, you are an outcast.
I suspect that my failure in execution was planned by someone at the Ice Palace.
I share those suspicions, but I have yet to find any proof.
My raider being shot down, the Albs being nearby to carry out my execution. The chances of those things happening without being planned.
But the questions are why and who. The only cause I can think of is your free will. All other Albs took the hybrid's favor as an honor. You questioned it. But who ordered your death? Who coordinated it? That, I don't know.
What about the hybrid?
The hybrid needed you and your skills to achieve his aims. While your free will may have made you stand out, your will is nothing to the hybrids. You were under his control and offered no threat. Besides, if he wanted you dead, he could have had you shot without the need for this intricate plan.
What about Zardom? It's obvious he is planning something. Could his plans involve killing me?
Now that he has left the Ice Palace, he would have no reason to do that. Zardom was always set on becoming First Elexitor. If he thought you were an impediment to that, he would have no hesitation in having you killed. But now he's here, out of Zakor, who knows what his plans are?
I know Zardom wanted my raider shot down.
do I?
Zardom knew I was flying to Adan, and he knew the purpose of my mission.
Well, if that is true, I don't know how he knew that information. No. Zardom was already in exile when you received your orders from the hybrid.
Then someone at the Ice Palace must have got that information to him.
If Zardom is behind this, then he had help. But why would another owl communicate with an exile?
What about my brother, Elex?
I don't believe that. I am sure if your brother is involved, it is only as an instrument. He must be being used by other people. He would only have carried out the execution if he had orders to do so.
What about the First Elexitor, Tarek?
He has the power and the intellect to plan something like this. But he is no longer himself. These days he is merely a vassal to the hybrid. I don't think he possesses the ability to think as freely as this. I don't think he would do this without orders from the hybrid.
So who do you think is behind this?
I don't know. Even if there is someone behind this, I think you will learn his name on the day you stride up the great ramp to the Ice Palace.
If the hybrid's evolution is not yet complete, shouldn't we ensure he reaches his final form?
With all the sacrifices we've made, with all the blood he once spilled, has he told us what he will achieve if he attains that? How do we know what he will become? No. My My loyalty ended on the day of your execution.
Cool. That's
I
a
will not sacrifice
true
my
dad.
son for the ideals of that machine.
Where is Calyx now?
Your brother knows you are still alive. He is looking for you.
good.
He wants to finish what he started and prove his loyalty. After all, technically, he failed in his mission to execute you. He will want to remedy that. That is why he is traveling alone.
Oh.
He is currently in the mountains of Abessa on the border of Zakor, awaiting information on your whereabouts. Have no doubt, he will strike as soon as he knows where you are.
Well, I could strike.
Not if I get to him first.
I would rather you both join together. The death of either of you weakens us all.
It is far too late for us to be reconciled.
There must be a way to free him from the hybrid. He's a slave like Tarek. If you could free him from the hybrid's will, then you could both be reconciled.
And if he comes for me in the meantime, I will fight him rather than die myself.
If that is your fate. But you think clearly and independently now, Jax. You can decide your own destiny.
Okay. Now, with these words of wisdoms, I shall end this episode of Let's Play Elex. Thanks a lot for
Okay,
watching.
now it'll get interesting.
Until then, bye for now.